Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me for another video. So today we're going to be talking about whether or not we should address parents if their child has told our child something racist. This conversation or this video is inspired by a recent question that I received from one of you guys along the lines of, so my toddler has just told me that one of their peers has told them something racist. Do I confront the parent or no? And I think that's such a great question because we should be thinking about this as parents, right? First things first, I think that it's important to recognize that all relationships are different and there's so many nuances to relationships. So the first question that I would have for this mom who asked this question, and for parents in general, is what is your relationship like with this parent? Are you guys close friends, or are you distant and you've never had a conversation with them, right? That's going to kind of dictate a little bit about how you show up in these conversations, right? How you navigate these difficult conversations. But I would say yes, you should at least making an attempt to have a conversation with this parent. And here's why. So it is huge that your child took a brave step in disclosing what happened to them, right? That shows a lot. It shows how comfortable they are around you. And essentially what they are trying to communicate to you is, I didn't feel safe at school. This is what happened to me. What do I do with this, right? And this is great, right? This is what we want our children to do, is tell us when they don't feel safe so that we can help them feel safer. A part of creating a safe environment for our children is to make sure that we are advocating for them, right? Even if these conversations feel uncomfortable and we don't want to rock the boat, our primary goal as parents is to keep our children safe, and we want them to feel comfortable enough to tell us when they're not feeling safe, and we want them to know that we are taking action to keep them safe. So yes, I would have these conversations with the parent. But before we get into that, what I want to say is that a lot of the focus also will be, or should be, on comforting your child, dispelling any myths that they might have picked up from these comments, right? Assuring them of their beauty, of their worth, of their value, and being sure to create a space where they feel comfortable asking you questions or sharing their concerns about race and racism. So that's first things first. And a lot of our work as parents, when our children are victim of racism, is to help them or reestablish a sense of safety and a sense of worth. So you know that you are worthy in value, irregardless of your skin color. That when other people make comments to you about your skin color, that has nothing to do with you and all to do with them and their discomfort with themselves and the way that they feel about themselves or what they've picked up from their environment. But that this has nothing to do with you. I'm so glad you came to me and told me this. You are beautiful, you are worthy, and mommy loves you so much. Those kind of messages, right? Because this can be a traumatic experience for children, and they might not know how to make sense of it, and we don't want them to internalize these experiences. And then next, it's about taking an extra step to at least try to have a conversation with that parent. And it can look very simple. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn out, dramatic conversation, but it could be so simple as to confront them about it in a very open, curious way of, hey, look, my little one recently told me that this is what happened, that this is what she was told. And I just want to make sure that she's in a safe environment. And so I wanted to just kind of keep this communication open with you. I'm wondering if you are aware that this even happened and what your thoughts are. You know, just keep it simple, keep it light. Keep it open, be curious, try not to let your emotions flood over, right? Because the more we are angry, then the more likely that they will be defensive, shut down, or get angry and hostile themselves. So we want to approach these conversations with openness, curiosity, and just letting it be known, hey, look, this is what happened. I would also say that I think it's important to address the teacher or whoever was in charge of supervising them at this time, because I think it's really important for teachers to know what's happening in their classroom or childcare providers to know what's happening in their space so that they can also be more aware and take action when these things happen. So you don't, I would say do this anonymously. Don't disclose, you know, what student said what. It's more about, hey, look, my child came to me and told me that this happened, and I want to be sure that you're aware of this because it's very important to me that my child feels safe in your environment. You know, how are you going to respond to these comments if you overhear them? What are your plans of action? You know, getting very concrete about and having them verbalize what they will say and do in these situations to help your child feel safe and protected. Because in my other videos I've shared, yes, they, you know, teach our children where they can go when they need help, right? When they are a victim of racism, right? Or when they see racism happening in the classroom, who can they go to help them? Quite often we are recommending that they go to their teacher. Well, we have to make sure that their teacher is a safe person to go to. So having these conversations with the teacher, childcare provider, whoever is supervising your child is also critical. So in the comments below, let me know your thoughts. What would you do and say in the situation? Would you speak up? Would you stay silent? Let me know in the comments so we can continue this conversation. And be sure to check out my playlist called Let's Talk Race for more videos on race and racism and raising anti-racist children. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.